What is going on, God Squad? And welcome to the Devo Show. As today we are talking about the inheritance of the saints, and I'll be showing you a video analogy I have, and just what that's about and some outline for it. And we're starting right now.
I get mad and frustrated with Ryan because he just wants more and more money all the time. Ryan needs a job to support his habits.
I had a summer job at 15. I was washing dishes and I only was getting paid like $100 every 2 weeks, which is not enough to support my lifestyle. Basically, after 4 weeks of working there, I quit because I got tired of being told what to do.
My son Ronald, he tries to sneak little ways in to get more money. Like if he takes out the trash or, tidying up around the house, he feels as though he gotta be paid extra for each individual thing. Oh, you need to pay me for this, you need to pay me for that. I do laugh because why do I have to pay you to do your chores?
For real.
Now, Ronald says he uses retail therapy to make himself better because his mom is always at work. But is he willing to take a smaller allowance or no allowance so she doesn't have to work as much?
No, I'm not.
Wow. Okay.
She can work more to raise my allowance. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
When you graduate high school at the end of the year, your allowance will be cut off.
Oh, no.
You're going to have to work a job for 2 jobs.
I don't know why y'all clapping. No.
Because I can't do it.
That's not going to happen, bro.
I can't.
Let me ask you something. You're living in a small bedroom in your house, and he's in the master suite. Who pays for this house?
I do.
But you put him in the master suite, and you go down the hall and live in a smaller bedroom. Why is that? What did you say to yourself to make that okay?
Well, I gave him the bigger room because he has a lot more clothes than I do. I just let him take the bigger room with all his clothes, and I took the smaller room.
My question is why?
I don't
'Cause
know,
I'm a
Dr.
king.
Phil. I just need help with reparenting for us this whole situation
help's
with
here.
Ryan. Yes.
Yeah, help's here.
I really do.
Oh, help is here.
Okay.
Yeah, help is here.
Help is
Yeah,
here.
he's been writing in, actually. He wrote to me on March 3rd of this year. He says, my mom thinks I have a spending and attitude problem. I want her to
I
stop
think she's
picking
right.
on me. I feel like she
Picking
doesn't
on
want
me.
me to have a normal teenage life. Every time I try to go out with my friends,
$1,000 allowance a month is not a normal teenage life. And then having a nicer bedroom than your mom. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's normal at all.
she always wants to know where I'm going and who I'm going with.
Yes.
I just want Dr. Phil to talk to my mom and get us on better terms as far as our relationship and see if he can get my allowance raised.
Well, that
Yup.
allowance is not
Raised.
going
It's
to
going to
happen.
happen. So.
And I feel as though we will have a better relationship if
Raised
he can
allowance.
learn to save money more and spend less.
I'm not
And
gonna
we
spend
do
less.
normal things like a family, like go out to the movies, dinner.
He
I
wrote
can
on
spend more time with
4/11,
him.
he wrote the next month and he says, I live with my mom and my little sister, and he says, I want to help with stop this drama and to make my mom raise my allowance. He wrote in June, says, I went shopping with my friends and I went to the Gucci store and bought a pair of $500 shoes and she got mad.
Yes.
I also
This is
feel
spending
like
is out of control.
my allowance
Yes.
should be raised because $400 every 2 weeks is not cutting it.
All right, Mom. I want this Gucci shirt. Here, can you get that for me? And because I bought that, I also deserve a raise in my allowance. And I took the trash out. I took the trash out twice. I normally do it once. So, can you raise my allowance to instead of $1,500 to let's say $3,000 a month? Because I took the trash out. So I gotta do that. Just this kid's ridiculous. It's also crazy parenting too, I guess. Yeah.
It's not.
She thinks she can control me and the way I spend my money.
Yeah, my money. Once she give me my allowance, that's my money. I get to
That's
do
right.
whatever I want
Once
to do
she
with
gives it to you, it's yours. Once you give it to him, it's his.
Yes.
Until you give it to him, it's yours.
Yes.
Yeah, don't play it. Don't play it.
Because here's how much money you have. You get your allowance at her discretion. The woman you send down the hall to live in a small bedroom,
Yeah, that's right.
she can cut it off, she can turn it on,
No,
she can take it
it's not
down.
gonna happen.
Yes, I can.
Because your credit card will end up missing, so
I'm sorry?
her credit card will end up
He
missing.
stole
so.
my credit card and charged up
Yeah.
$300 to
That's what
$400.
You know, there's a term that describes that behavior. It's called felony.
Yes.
Oh. So with that, I have here inheritance. This inheritance is everlasting. This inheritance is in heaven. And this inheritance is received from working for the Lord in whatever you do. And here's how I capture the devotion and what that means and where I got it from. It says, thank God for making you his heir. Let him know you appreciate that his inheritance never perishes, spoils, or fades. So, like that video we saw of that kid who was very spoiled, the inheritance that you'll receive in heaven, or even for doing good works on earth, will not spoil. It will not be spoiled, and it will last for eternity. It's everlasting, as that's what the first point of the outline is. And I'll read those two verses and see. It says the inheritance of the saints, and I'll explain it as well. 1 Peter 1:4 NIV. And into inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade, this inheritance is kept in heaven for you. So, like, unlike that kid who was spoiled, who just wanted more and more money, and it would fade away, it would go away, it would perish, it would die, and you can only get more of it. The inheritance you'll receive in heaven will never do any of that, and it will last forever. Okay, next verse. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Which brings me back here, as this inheritance is in heaven, and this inheritance is everlasting. And number 3, this inheritance is received from working for the Lord in whatever you do on earth. So you'll inherit good things from doing good works. Not salvation, of course, not through that, but just good things. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below anything I need to know. Go on my about page, email it to me, and that's about it. God bless. Peace out.